I really contemplated on giving y'all this one. But before we get into this, back with a drip that hitting a trim that fits so eloquently, well styled, I'm sorry about that. Styled, flavor, and curated by yours truly, Mr. Royale Black Burgundy Drip Gold Trim. We go into week 17 this week. I don't think any of us are looking really forward to this game as far as like any expectations of winning. Right now we're a 4-11 team. Everybody's on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it, talking about who should we go, left tackle or quarterback, trader for Caleb Williams, settle for either Drake May or Jaden Daniels. I just want to see some football tomorrow because I just love football. And, you know, we only got 2 weeks left for our season because it's been over. Like, it's been over. Defense, dead last in the league in a lot of categories. Offense, though, yeah, we're picking up yards. Like, Sam Howell's not looked good since that Seattle game. And that Seattle game seems like yesterday. It seems like yesterday. People online was like, man, we got our franchise guy. I remember everybody 5 weeks ago. We got our franchise guy. We got him. We just need to get a tackle. Within 5 weeks, many of us has backtracked and we've moonwalked and, you know, we got our gloves. We got our penny loafers on. We hit the moonwalk, you know, Michael Jackson style. We had to because Sam Howell has been atrocious in the last 5 weeks. We're going to keep that all the way 100. 2 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. And a lot of these interceptions are bad interceptions. Like some of them were tipped, you give them that, but there's no stat that gives context and gives nuance into how these turnovers are happening. All you just see is turnovers. Regardless of that, a good quarterback, a safe quarterback, a smart quarterback, whether it's a bridge or you want to say, you know, a game managing quarterback, they don't turn over the ball. Sam Howell, some of the interceptions he's throwing, it's like, bro, what are you looking at? Like, what happened to the arm talent he had at North Carolina? Is it like a mental thing? I don't know. We don't know. He already had a segment of the fan base against him. Now they feel like, yeah, see, we told you. And he still has a segment of the fan base that's with him. It's like, man, just give him another year. He's technically a rookie. A lot of mistakes he has made. This is technically his second year, but he only had 1 start in his rookie year. He's a 5th round pick. He was exceeding expectations early on with 17 touchdowns to 9 interceptions and about 67% passing completion. I'm pretty sure all of that is down now. Like it's not looking good. He has a 80 passer rate and it's not looking good. But since Jacoby Brissett, you know, is questionable right now, it's looking like Sam Howell more than likely will get another start. So a lot of people are celebrating this because they're like, well, he's not going to play good against the San Francisco defense. Nobody's looking forward. I think a lot of people, they've checked out of the new Howell order. They're not looking forward to doing anything against this defense, against this pass rush. And we already know our defense is not going to do nothing against their offense. Brock Purdy might have a career game, 424 passing yards, 5 touchdowns, bouncing back after him throwing a 4 interception game. Yeah, Brock Purdy had a 4 interception game last week. He may actually bounce back and have a 4 touchdown game, 400 yards. Like they might even bench this Brock Purdy in like the 3rd quarter and put who's their backup again? It doesn't even matter right now. Like I can't think right now. Top Brock Purdy, CMC, Deebo Samuel. All these guys, Brandon Ayuk, they're going to have George Kittle. They probably going to have career games. Like, man, who knows at this point? It might be a backup running back. The defense is atrocious. So all us fans on Twitter and stuff, to be honest with you, I've checked out of the season. It doesn't even matter at this point. Now, what does matter is I do want to see some guys we didn't really get to see play. Like, where's Mitchell Tinsley at? Where's Cole Turner? Where's these rookie Braden Daniels? You know, guys like that. Like guys we drafted in the 3rd, 4th round. Where's Ricky Stromberg? We need to see these guys, see what they can do in the last few weeks. We need further evaluation for this next staff. I don't know what Ron is doing. I'm not sure if Cameron Curl's even going to play. I think Brent St. Juice is out. Like, I think Emmanuel Forbes is out from something I was reading. Who knows at this point? Our team is done, is cooked, is toast. The season is over. Kendall Fuller, our best cornerback this year, he more than likely will not be back next year. I would like to bring him back, but maybe he should move to safety. But some people going to be like, oh, we got Derek Forrest and all this and that. Let's see what these guys can do. Let's see what these younger guys can do. I don't think Rodriguez, I think I seen something about an injury report about Rodriguez. He looked good in his 10 carries and 58 yards. Now it makes me question a lot of things like, why did we run the ball more when Jacoby Brissett was in the game? And why did we run it out of single back and other running formations to when Sam Howell's in the game, you want to run out the shotgun? Why don't we give Sam Howell the same help that could limit the sacks, limit the turnovers? You know, Sam Howell, he has thrown some crazy erratic passes. But when he's been on point and on schedule, he's looked great. He's looked great out there. A lot of people, they just have a hard time putting their bias to the side because they just want to be right on the situation. At the end of the day, if you're truly a fan of the team, you should want to see this team win, whether about being right about the quarterback. We have not had a quarterback in years, and the closest thing to a franchise quarterback we last had was Kirk Cousins. Because we thought RG3 was the guy, but we actually had another guy 3 rounds after RG3 in the 4th round with Kirk Cousins. Y'all can say that, oh, those are comeback stats and wasted garbage stats. Like that's what this fan base does. At the end of the day, we have not seen a quarterback with those numbers and with this franchise. Alex Smith was solid for the year we did have him, but when we started off 6-2, then he got hurt. Got hurt against Atlanta. It went downhill for there. Like when we were 6-3 going into that game, we finished the year 2-5. We was looking real good at the beginning of that year. I just want to see player evaluation at this point. We talking about trading up for Caleb Williams, bringing him home, but you know at this point it's wishful thinking. We don't know. We don't know if Chicago and who their next GM or who their head coach would be, because he might be like, man, I want to get Caleb. Let's deal Phil somewhere. Let's try to deal him somewhere where we can still remain in the first round. Like, I mean, maybe they try to. I don't think a team is going to want to trade up that high for Justin Fields where they're still in the top 10. Maybe somewhere in the second round, or depending on how desperate the team is, middle of the first round, late first round, depending on how desperate he is and what else is involved in this package. Because if they're able to get Caleb Williams and get Marvin Harrison Jr., that's going to be crazy. But I think Marvin Harrison Jr., if the season finishes where it is, far as the standings and the draft position, where it is now, I think Arizona's going to draft him number 2 overall. Like, they'd be a fool not to get Kyler a weapon, especially a dynamic weapon of that stature. They'd be a fool. But that's up to them and they GM and they coaches or however it goes. We focusing our attention here in Washington. I mean, if we don't trade up, who do we settle for at 3? A lot of people saying go left tackle, give Sam Howell another chance. He still has an NHO. A lot of people have checked out and they just be like, you know what? He'll be a good solid backup. Maybe he'll get his shot again, just not here in Washington. And I like Sam Howell a lot. I like them. It's just like he's mentally checked out weeks ago. And it's like the team, far as the composure and the movement from the players, they responded better with Jacoby in the game. We're going to be honest. They responded much better. The offense looked much better. Sam Howell has not had Terry McLaurin. Tim and Terry McLaurin, they haven't really looked good as we thought they would. We thought Sam Howell would be slinging it to him, getting it to him. But I seen people saying, well, it's good that he spreads the love, he spreads the ball. Man, forget all that. Detroit gets the ball to their playmakers. They get the ball to Amon St. Brown. Why can't we do the same thing with Terry? Terry, with 2 weeks left, he has a chance to get his 4th straight 1,000-yard season, which I'm hoping, because he only needs like 150 yards or something like that, or probably less than that. I'm not sure. I got to go back and look. I'm just hoping that he has a 100-yard game tomorrow. Sorry about that. 100-yard game against the 49ers. I'm just hoping he goes out there and ball. He gets his bonus money. You might as well get your bonus check. You might as well just, because the season is over. I'm hoping we can see the rest of the young guys on this roster. I'm just waiting for this shit to be over. I'm just ready to just talk about the draft, focus on the draft and the offseason. See what we can bring in, because that's going to dictate what goes into the draft. Once we know who the GM is and the next head coach, there is no final score prediction. We're going to lose. We're going to lose. We're not going to win. Like, they might put Sam Darnold might come in, like, in the second quarter. Like, they might just rest these guys. We're not going to win, and I would like to win, but a lot of people wouldn't like us to win because they want to keep that draft position and keep us at 3 and hope that Arizona wins the next 2 and we roll up to 2. Then we're in a better position for a bargaining piece, for a bargaining chip. We can say, like, let me swap that number 1 for that number 2. And we'll add some additional picks in it, and we'll add some future picks in it. That's what's going to come with this risk of trading up for Caleb Williams. Because there's been a tweet online of Caleb Williams saying that the Bears should keep Justin Fields. They should keep them. Like, Bears fans is fine with that. There's a segment of Bears fans who fine with that. And I don't think Caleb and his father see the Bears fit for their vision. They might pull off a Archie and Eli Manning. But who knows? The Bears might draft them, but they might say, yeah, you're going to have to swap that pick with Washington. And Washington's going to pick your quarterback. Or pick whatever you want to pick, and y'all going to swap that pick, just like how Eli and Phillip Rivers had to swap them hats back in 2004. But I'm not going to wrap y'all up too much longer. If you're still here and you haven't already, you're not a recurring guest and you're not recurring to the channel, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. I will be back with some post-game analysis, even though, just for the sake of comedy. We're not good. We know we're not good. But for the sake of comedy and for the love of football and just for some content, I'll be back with a post-game analysis. So, till next time, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Burgundy drip, gold trim. I'm out. Hail to our Washington Commanders.